The videotape is in on Tiger Woods' arrest. He told police he had taken several prescriptions, including Vicodin. That is an opioid pain medication. Dr. Marc Siegel is with us now. Now, is that we didn't show the full tape there, but he's wobbly. He can't answer questions straightforwardly, and he was caught in the middle of the road asleep. Is that the typical behavior of someone who has maybe taken too many opioids?
Yes, it is. Now, we don't know his case. I never examined them, but of the 4 pills he supposedly had with him, that he reported he had with him, Vicodin being one of them, and he's had back surgeries, and he's had multiple surgeries. Too often, a patient like that ends up addicted to opioids, and yes, they could wobble across the road, they could get very fatigued, they could have problems breathing, they would not be driving, we would not want them driving a car.
Now, what makes it addictive? It's not just the pain suppression. I mean, they work, for heaven's sake. Is there some kind of psychological effect, make you feel good, make you feel high? Is that it?
That's part of it, Stuart, but there's also a physical addiction. There's an addiction center in the brain that this plays right to. Yes, it makes you feel good. Yes, you need more and more a lot of the time, but 25% of the time, according to CDC, if you take an opioid pain reliever for non-cancer use, you're going to end up addicted. And you know what else? The more often you take it, and for the longer period of time you take it, the more likely you're going to get addicted. So more than 30 days, the chances go up over 30 or 40% that you're going to need it in a year.
Now, the state of Ohio is trying to cope with this problem, and they're doing that by suing 5 drug firms, and those 5 are Purdue, Endo, Janssen, Cellphon, and Allergan. Now, they're trying to get over the opioid crisis. They're suing the makers. Is that a good approach?
Well, you just had the judge on here, so I'm the doctor here. I'll say this. The drug companies were enablers. If you take this back to 1980, there was a letter published in the New England Journal of Medicine that said, oh, up here in Boston, we looked at 11,000 patients. Opioids are not addictive. The drug companies seized on that and information like it to say to doctors, you're under-treating pain. You need to give more of this stuff out. And they made more and more and more of it. You know, OxyContin was made in the 1990s. J&J is implicated in this. Purdue, Allergan, several different drug companies, Teva. But the point is, my blame still falls on the physician. Now, I'm a primary care doctor. 47% of the opioid prescriptions are written by primary care doctors. I'm not one of them. I don't tend to do that. I tend to be the Varney of medicine, meaning, Stuart, I look what the cause is. Is it muscular? Is it the bone? What's the problem?
Doctor,
I don't throw opioids at patients.
We've been through this before. I come to you, I'm a patient, I come to your office, and I say, look, doc, I've got chronic back pain. You don't relieve back pain with anything except opioids. I mean, you know, they work. What are you going to do to those people?
A couple of points. First of all, there are new drugs on the pipeline right now that are going to take care of this without the addiction.
They're in the pipeline. Okay. They're not here yet.
In the meantime, we have heat. We have muscle relaxants. We have a drug called Ultram. We have Lyrica. We have Neurontin. We have doing an MRI and figuring out the problem.
Do they work as well as opioids?
They can, yes. Muscle relaxants can work as well as opioids. Physical therapy can work as well as opioids. Acupuncture can work as well as opioids. And chiropractor. There's so many different approaches that could work just as well as opioid. Opioid is a primary care doctor throwing a pill at the problem rather than getting at the cause. The un-Varney approach. I believe strongly in this. We got into this problem by not enough education. Not enough education in medical school. We need more. Now, the new head of the FDA is saying, let's have mandatory education for physicians. He's right.
All right, Dr. Siegel, we thank you for casting a light on this, and we appreciate it.
Doctors are part of the problem.
Okay, we got it, Doc. Thanks very much.
Thanks.